Hey everybody, David Newton here at Untitled Vinyl, here to do a response to a thread that the soundtrack queen of the VC, Beth at B-Sides, has started. She's got 10 questions she wants us to answer about our favorite soundtracks.
Okay, of course the main thing that we've been up to is going to the movies. So with that in mind, let's go to the movies. It's Wayne's World at the movies, party time, excellent! Woo! Okay, all right.
The first question is, what is the first soundtrack that you ever bought? The first soundtrack I ever bought was probably Wayne's World. I have it on CD. I don't have it on vinyl yet, but that's one I want to eventually pick up. Question 2, what is the newest soundtrack to your collection? Well, that would be The Fog. I got this Saturday from Cindy. Super grateful for this. This is one that was on my want list for a long time. I just could never find a decent copy of it or one that was reasonably priced. Cindy sent this to me just out of the goodness of her heart, and I am so grateful to have this. Aside from Halloween, this is probably my favorite John Carpenter score. So, The Fog. What is the one you listen to the most? Well, that's easy. It's going to be Halloween 2018. I have really enjoyed the score. This is the Sacred Bones release with the animated cover. Just really like this album a whole lot. I'm a fan of the movie. I know a lot of people weren't crazy about it, but just seeing Michael Myers on the screen again and hearing the score, the original score kind of revamped in the new titles or new musical pieces, just an excellent album in my opinion. Great soundtrack. Your favorite composer? John Carpenter, but I'm also a big fan of Hans Zimmer. He has composed music for movies such as Driving Miss Daisy, Sherlock Holmes, Madagascar, The Crimson Tide, the Da Vinci Code movies, Pirates of the Caribbean, Gladiator, Man of Steel, Spider-Man, The Dark Knight trilogy, Inception, and Interstellar. So, also True Romance, another one of my favorite movies. All right. Favorite instrumental score? Rush by Eric Clapton. Just love his guitar work on this one. It's a great movie and the music just fits perfectly. This does have the song Tears in Heaven on it, which is primarily why I got this album, but again, a great movie with some impressive music from Eric Clapton. Awesome movie with a horrible soundtrack. This one was tough for me. And I still don't feel like I have an answer that I'm happy with, but I've racked my brain and I cannot think of one other than Titanic. It's not my favorite movie in the world, but the movie to me is much better than the soundtrack. Yes, I know. The score is great, but there's one song included on that soundtrack by an artist I cannot stand, and that is Celine Dion. So, Titanic. Soundtrack that is better than the movie. I've got several to show here, so I'm making up for that last response. So, William Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. This was a terrible movie, but an awesome soundtrack. You've got Radiohead on here, Garbage, Butthole Surfers, The Cardigans, just fantastic soundtrack. Another one is Batman Forever. Horrible movie. Soundtrack, not so bad. You've got U2, Seal doing his song Kiss from a Rose, Massive Attack, As he starred, The Offspring, Nick Cave, Method Man, Michael Hutchence from NXS, and then The Flaming Lips. Great soundtrack, terrible movie. Another movie I wasn't crazy about, but the soundtrack is awesome, is Singles. Hated that movie. I've since gone back and tried to watch it and thought maybe, well, I'll give it another try. Still don't like that movie. But soundtrack is awesome. You've got Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Screaming Trees, Mudhoney. Who else we have here? Pearl Jam, Chris Cornell. You have my favorite song from the Smashing Pumpkins, Drown. You've also got the Love Mongers, Mother Love Bone, Jimi Hendrix. Soundtrack, 2 thumbs up. Movie, yeah. And the last one that I feel like had a better soundtrack than the movie is House of Wax. Terrible movie. It's got Paris Hilton in it. I mean, how great can it be? But it's got The Prodigy, My Chemical Romance, Deftones, Disturbed, Marilyn Manson, The Stooges, Joy Division. Great soundtrack. Horrible movie. All right, question 8. Song by your favorite artist or band that is featured on a soundtrack. I'm gonna go with this soundtrack. And this was a Record Store Day release, I think last year. But it has Kula Shaker on it doing a cover of Deep Purple's Hush. It also has Soul Asylum doing Losing It. And Toad the Wet Sprocket doing Hey Bulldog. So, excellent soundtrack. Good movie. Haven't seen it in years, but I liked it when I saw it when it first came out. And share a soundtrack that you think everyone should own. I'm gonna go with Guardians of the Galaxy, the deluxe edition. This has so many great songs on it. Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Suede, Go All the Way by the Raspberries, Moon Age Dream from Bowie, Fooled Around and Fell in Love by Elvin Bishop, Come and Get Your Love by Redbone, Cherry Bomb from the Runaways, Escape the Pina Colada Song from Rupert Holmes, Ooh Child by the Five Stairsteps, and Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. Excellent soundtrack. And the last question, question number 10. What are some soundtrack grails or wants? I've got 3 that I would really like to have. Probably never will own them just because they're super expensive. The first one is the soundtrack to The Shining. Hard to come by. It's super expensive on Discogs. And the next 2 are Halloween soundtracks, and that is the soundtrack to the 1978 movie, the original release, and Halloween 2. Beth just posted that she got Halloween 1, and she showed her other Halloween albums, and I was drooling. So envious of her Halloween collection and her Halloween Blu-ray collection as well. She likes to rub it in a little bit. Well, that's gonna do it for this thread. Beth, I hope you enjoyed my responses. If you're not familiar with Beth's channel, I'll post a link down below. And jump in on this. It's a great thread. Everyone has soundtracks in their collection, I'm sure. Share some of your favorites. This is super easy to answer, aside from that one question. But yeah, so that's going to do it for this video. Hope you all are doing well. And until next time, take care. Thanks.